Hey folks, I'm Colin Richards, president and founder of Lord and Richards, and once again, I'm excited to be with you on this episode of the Lord and Richards Show. And today we're going to be diving into a topic that I get all the time at my public events when I'm speaking, as I go around and visit with folks, and I ask them, hey, what are your top concerns about retirement or your financial future? One of those that always comes up, as a matter of fact, it just came up last night, was the topic of Social Security. And so over the next couple of episodes, we're going to be talking about this extremely important benefit that you should receive. Now, some of you may not be a part of the Social Security program. We know that there are ministers who opt out or others who, because of pensions, are not able to qualify. But the vast majority of Americans are going to take this event. And the question that I get most often is this question: Colin, is Social Security going to be there for me? And you know, that fits right in with the conversations I'm having every single day with people just like you on this subject of retirement and what we call financial independence. You see, financial independence is doing the things that you love with the people that you love and not having to work to pay for it. Does that sound like a great definition? Of course it does, because some of you may choose to continue to work while others choose to actually retire and have more leisure time. And that's on you. If you love what you do, keep on doing it. It'll help you stay active. It'll help you stay mentally flexible, and it'll prolong your life. And so that's kind of my personal goal, is I want to be involved in my work for the rest of my life, although I'm sure I won't be able to do the same things that I'm doing now 40 years from now. But whatever your plan is, a key part of that is Social Security. You see, in the good old days, we used to be able to count on a three-legged stool for your retirement income. The first, of course, was Social Security. The second was a pension. And then the third was, perhaps you're withdrawing money from your IRAs. Well, now, with the reduction in the amount of workforce receiving pensions, very rare, particularly if you don't work for the government, we're seeing your withdrawals from your portfolio having to make up the gap that's been created. And so that puts strain on you. And a lot of times folks make bad decisions about when they file for Social Security because they're fearful of taking excess money out of their portfolio. So we're going to address that in these next couple of episodes. But back to that question, will it be there for me? Colin, if it's so pivotal, if it's now one leg of a two-legged stool, can I count on it? Well, the good news is there's bipartisan support. So whether you're Democrat or Republican or something in between, independent, the entire Congress wants Social Security to keep on going. Now, there's always these little side discussions, should we privatize it and all that? But the reality is nobody wants to be the politician who is responsible for completely messing up such a huge swath of the American public's retirement income. And so Eric Cantor, back, about a decade ago when he was the House Majority Leader, said at that time, look, anyone 55 or older has got to know that their Social Security benefits will not be changed. Let me repeat that. Anybody 55 or older in this country has got to know that their Social Security benefits will not be changed. And the reason that's such a hot topic is because if you go into your Social Security benefits page with SSA, as in Social Security Administration.gov, and if you take the time necessary to get your information together so that you can log in, you'll discover each year there's a statement from the trustees of the Social Security Trust Fund saying, hey, look, we're depleting the assets in the fund. That fund swelled to epic proportions when the baby boomers were contributing into Social Security. And now that they're pulling money back out, that fund is being diminished. Now, here's the question: will Social Security go completely away? Because from time to time, I'll have a conversation with someone and say, let's just not even count on Social Security. Let's make sure I can make it without it. And I used to be fine with that. But as I learned more about Social Security over the last decade or more, and the critical importance that is in most portfolios, well, what I discovered is that even under a worst case scenario, if Congress does nothing further, we've still got more than a decade until we run into problems. And then if we do run into problems, we're not going to see the elimination of your Social Security check. What we'll see is a reduction in benefits. Well, guess what? We had a much earlier timeline. We're supposed to be sitting right now on an epic crisis. But what happened? Well, back in 2016, laws were passed that changed many of the ways you could file for Social Security, eliminating some very valuable ways that you could get additional money, as well as doing things that have been going on all along, such as we've been seeing an increase in qualification ages for Social Security, such as the move from 65 to 67 over the past many years. We will likely see greater taxation of your benefits. Right now, you can earn $34,000 on top of your Social Security check and not have your check taxed at all. And I'm using married filing jointly here, but that's just a wonderful thing, making an extra $34,000. If you're making a pretty good Social Security check, that's quite a bit of money. Well, in addition, if you make more than that, between 34 and 47, you'll see half of your Social Security check taxed. And if you make more than 47, you'll see 85% of your Social Security taxed. So those are easy ways for them to sustain the benefits. And as well, it's really easy to just reduce cost of living increases. And so, folks, as the days are coming that we continue to see more and more alerts about Social Security, and as we get closer to those 2030s dates, you're going to see more and more people freaking out. Just recognize this. Congress is adept at kicking that can down the road. And all they got to do is just keep pushing that down until the baby boomers are through their Social Security check years. And so over the next multiple decades, you'll eventually see that crisis abate. But here's what Social Security is about. Social Security is about getting an income that you can't outlive. It's an incredible benefit, and it needs to be part of an overall comprehensive plan. We call that process at Lord & Richards a financial independence review. It's a simple discussion that we have with you, beginning with a simple phone call and then extending potentially into meeting in person to talk about what's important to you, when you want to retire, what you have at your resources, and what you'd like to spend in retirement. And as we put all that together, we can develop a comprehensive plan for you to achieve financial independence without worrying about whether Social Security or any other government problem or any other economic problem is going to mess up your retirement. We're having conversations with people just like you every single day. It just starts with a simple phone call.